ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we are going to look at the M6 YOH. Talk about both guns that this tank has got and which gun you should use. Now, obviously, the tank itself is an amazing tank. It always has been, and I think, to be honest, it always will be. The fact that it's got two different guns that are quite different makes the tank even better. So, which gun should you use and why? And what gun do I use? So, I've just had a little replay, nothing special, and I have a replay with a different gun. So in this video, I will be playing with the 3-shot autoloader. So the 3-shot autoloader has decent DPM, very good DPM, but of course it has less alpha. And then you have the 2-shot autoloader that reduces the DPM, but it increases the alpha. So it packs a bigger punch. Of course, with that, if you do only use the 2-shot autoloader and you bounce or you miss one shot, then you can sort of suffer, of course, with that DPM. So in this one, we're going to look at the stats, the DPM and stuff with the 3-shot, and then we'll change it to the 2-shot. So overall, the turret is 200 millimeters thick, and actually it's not a bad turret, to be fair. Of course, there are weak points, but overall, I think it is a really, really good turret. 175 millimeters on your hull. So the DPM with the 3-shot autoloader is 3024. So for an autoloader, that is actually pretty good. The reload time for the magazine is 12.86 seconds, so not a lot at all. That is quite low for an autoloader. Shell reload time is 2.5 seconds, and of course, as I've said, it has 3 shells in the magazine. Penetration 271 on your AP, 363 on your heat, and 66 on your HE. Now, with an autoloader, we are running this with calibrated shells just to get that penetration. But of course, if you want to run it with the 2-shot autoloader, you can see a lot of difference there, a lot of red, which means it's worse in these aspects. So, what is worse? The aim time is worse by quite a lot, to be fair. 3.6, so the aiming time with this gun is quite a lot different. The dispersion is different or worse. The damage per minute is 528 worse. The magazine reload is over 7 seconds longer, but the shell reload time does drop 0.79. So that is just a 1.71 intra-clip reload. Of course, you can run it with the shell reload boost as well, which gets it down to around 1 second-ish, which is really, really good. Of course, you lose one shell. This does only have 2 shells in the magazine. You lose a little bit of penetration as well, not too much, but what you do gain is that alpha. So with the 3-shot autoloader, the alpha on the AP is 300. So with this one, you're getting 450. So if you use that shell reload boost on this 2-shot gun, then you could do upwards of 900 damage. Actually, a little bit more if you do high roll. But you could do 900 damage in just about 1.2 seconds. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, you can almost do that with the 3-shot autoloader, but it's going to take you a lot longer to be able to get that damage. But overall, the 3-shot autoloader is the better gun because of all the negatives with this gun. There's quite a few, apart from obviously the shell reload and the damage. It is quite a few. So we're going to get into game, and we're going to talk about what gun I like using, but what gun I think you should use. So of course, as I've said, we are running this with the 3-shot autoloader, and to be honest, I never run this tank with the 3-shot autoloader. I am a 2-shot autoloader guy. I just like the bigger punch, you know. I like the fact that you could do 900 damage and then you can hide. Obviously, with that, you do have that longer reload time. So you can suffer if you do run the 2-shot autoloader, especially if you miss your shot or if you bounce. Then yeah, it dramatically decreases your DPM. Of course, with the sort of the newer kind of players, I would probably run it with the 3-shot autoloader, because it doesn't feel like you're loading for that long. Obviously 12 seconds, 13 seconds isn't a long time at all. Normally you are looking around 20 odd seconds, 18 to 20 seconds for an auto loading gun. So yeah, 12.5 seconds or whatever it is not long at all. It does have obviously the lower alpha, which does suck. I like the higher alpha. I mean, 293 there. Can we get the second shot? 287. So yeah, we are really sort of low rolling there. So there's 2 shots. Can we get the third shot in? Yes, we do. So the 2 shot, you could do 900 damage. But the 3 shot here, I've done almost that. But of course, it took me a bit longer to get that. But overall, I'm reloading for a lot less. So it really all depends. There is no right and wrong. Whatever gun you want to use, there really sort of isn't that right or wrong. If you prefer the 3-shot, lower alpha, but quicker reload, then use the 3-shot. But if you do like that bigger punch, then the 2-shot will probably be for you. As I've said, I personally just prefer the 2-shot. I just play better, and it is nice doing sometimes 500 plus damage, just over 500 with one shot. So yeah, it all depends on the player. It all depends on the player. You might not like the 2-shot autoloader, but you might absolutely love the 3-shot. But yeah, I'm obviously playing it with the 3-shot. We will watch a game with the 2-shot as well. So 2.3k damage, no matter what gun you use, just like any autoloader really, you can run the 2-shot or the 3-shot. If you're not looking at your damage, you really can pump up that damage without really sort of noticing that you're doing that damage. And sometimes it doesn't feel like you've done a lot, but yet you've ended the game on 3k plus damage, which is insane. So not really much happens this rest of the game. I get a shot on the grill and I kill the grill. But let's move over to the 2-shot gun. So here we are on mines with the 2-shot gun. Now, those of you that haven't played the Yo, just, you know, it's definitely worth the grind. The Yos, I think, overall, are a fantastic grind. Even from sort of the tier 7, 8, 9, they are all really good. The tier 7, not so much. It has the big forehead, which some people would say that's my tank. But yeah, the tier 9, I think, is absolutely great. The tier 9, I think, is absolutely great as well. It is basically a tier 9 Yo, the same as the tier 10, except for it does have that alien looking head. But yeah, definitely worth a grind. And if you do grind it, just, you know, see how you play. Get both guns, and you might be surprised. You might sit there and think, you know what, I like DPM. I love DPM personally. I really love DPM. I think it's great. But it's not always about DPM. And you'd think with 500 plus damage DPM more, then you would think that 3-shot is massively better. But yeah, in game it doesn't really play like that. It really doesn't. Unless you obviously bounce a lot of shots or you miss a lot of shots, then yeah, it really will impact you. So you just need to, if you do play the 2 shells, just aim a little bit better. Use your heat if you need to. You've got decent pen if you do run the calibrated shells, so use your heat if you absolutely need to. Don't be afraid of losing a little bit of damage. Like, I would prefer to lose a little bit of damage than not do no damage at all. So you don't lose that much damage, and if you miss, then yeah, it really isn't worth doing. So 4,400 so far this game. Now, it looks like he's done nothing. It looks like he's done nothing at all. And this is with the 2-shot gun with the less DPM. Obviously, the reload is a lot more, so you do have to bear that in mind if you are going to play this gun. Just make sure you do have some cover, because you're going to need that cover, whether it'll be a building or a rock or even your own teammates. Make sure you do have that cover. If you do play in a hold down position, make sure you are sort of wiggling your turret about, because people will be able to aim at your weak points. So if you are in that hold down position, just be very careful, and just don't allow him easy easy shots. Never allow the enemy easy shots. Make them work for it. Always make them work for it. Just don't sit there and make it easy. So far it is a 4 versus 5, 5,800 damage for our guy here, and you see he's already blocked 1,200 damage. So the armor profile also can work really, really well. And another thing with this tank, it does have that that ability where if you get tracked, you can still reverse at what I think is it 5 kilometers per hour. You can still reverse. So if you are near a building and you do get tracked, at least you'll be able to just back up a little bit, enough to hide your tank, so you're not just sitting in the open getting shot after shot after shot, which is a really good addition, I think. You know, it's nothing too crazy, but if you're in the right position, it really can help you. So our guy is now on 6.9k damage. Again, it wasn't that long ago I said he was on 4k. There's still 4 tanks left alive. There's still some damage left to do, and it is now a 4 versus 4. So he needs to pick his targets wisely. And again, if you are using, it doesn't even matter what gun you're using. If you're using the 3-shot and you've got someone there around sort of 700-800 damage, then of course try to go for him. Our guy is not running the reload, the shell reload boost. I do run the shell reload boost. Honestly, I do think it does help. You got a 1.7, I think it is, 1.7 second intra clip. But that does go down to, I think, 1.2 or 1.1 if you do use that. So I know it's only a fraction of a second, but it can really, really help if you do run that shell reload boost. It does help with the especially because the intra clip is so low as well. Yeah, to do 900 damage in 1.2 seconds is quite good, not too bad at all. So just 1 tank left alive. Now our guy gets really freaking unlucky here. I know he could have probably aimed a little bit better, but he's got 2 shells in his magazine. He's got a tank on his rear. He tracks him for the first time, and then yeah, he doesn't aim properly for the second one, and he does nothing. He's on 7.7k damage. He could have been on almost 8.5k damage with them 2 shots. He would have probably just about, well, he would have killed him, and it would have been 4 kills. But overall, the Yo is a fantastic tank. It's always been a fantastic tank. Personally, I would suggest running with the 3-shot, but I love it running. With the 2-shot. But get used to both guns and then decide yourself which gun is for you, because that is just personal preference. At this point, you might like the 2-shot, or you might like the 3-shot. What gun do you guys like? Do you prefer the 2-shot, or do you prefer the 3-shot? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.